What's going on for you?
Well, today I'm doing a lot of work on my online transpersonal coaching offering and online classes.
Mm-hmm.
And the deeper process that I'm going through is developing enough confidence to offer myself to people that I don't know directly, offer myself to the whole world,
Mm-hmm.
um, offer these things that I've learned and that I've been told and that I know to the world, because I think that it's important for as many people as possible to know. But then self-consciousness comes in,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll back off of the energy behind it. I'll start to feel like it's not anything different than anybody else is doing.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a few things
It,
going on here, right? A lot of us will go through this, the imposter syndrome.
yeah.
Who am I to do this? It's never going to work out anyway. All that stuff. Okay. So we want to back it way up for all of us and recognize, what do we do? Right. There's a couple things going on. One is that there is a place that we put the cart before the horse in business. Okay. I know by just what you told me that you don't know what your true dharma, your true soul calling is, by what you just told me. Okay. And your soul's calling is birthed out of your trauma. Your soul's calling is already written on your DNA. You're here to complete that cycle of whatever you've been through in this lifetime and all lifetimes. It's written and tagged on your DNA. Okay. So we want to do that work, and out of that work will come the confidence, because it comes with a conviction. It comes with that passion driven purpose that is like, this is what I'm here to do. Right. So we can't, it's like most people will try and go, well, if I just get more confidence and just move stuff around on the table, it just isn't going to work. We need to get way, way down into revealing the truth of who you are, because confidence only comes from one thing and one thing only. And it's from your divine source. It's from the truth of your connection that's unshakable. And when you know the truth and you tap into divine, nothing can impact you, because you realize this is all just a reflection of what's going on in here, right? So Hillary, my ask and my suggestion is to get committed, whether you work, more with Soulciété or whether you do whatever, like get so committed to doing your inner trauma and transformation work, so that you absolutely know the side effect is confidence. The side effect is majorly monetizing. The side effect is impacting millions of people. But we can't do that until you are your own client. Our primary client is ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
So if you were working with a client right now and they said, what would you have them commit to? Right?
A daily practice of exploring what they feel called to do, instead of moving away from it, putting it aside because of obligations, because of not feeling fully invested, not feeling confident enough in themselves to pursue these things.
Yeah. So daily spiritual practice is great. And obviously we always suggest daily spiritual practice. But the issue we have found with the spiritual entrepreneurs that come in, they've done tons of spiritual work. They have, I'm an empath. I can talk with ETs. I'm all this stuff, whatever it may be, but they haven't dealt with their DNA, meaning they haven't dealt with their trauma. So someone can have a daily spiritual practice, but they may not still get to that purpose that's going to drive them.
True.
Okay.
You can like float up above it so much.
Get out of your body. Great. Yeah. It's a big problem with people that do a lot of medicine also. It's great for spiritual experience, but it's not going to actually have you you can't even be in the same room with your mom or your daughter, right? Because you're still reactive because you haven't actually dealt with the DNA. Okay. Yeah. So my ask is for you to get committed to yourself to do that deep work and trust and have faith, knowing that if you truly commit to that, I can promise you, Erin, that you're going to have so much fucking confidence. You're going to be like, you will be completely like, you know what? Hear me roar. Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. I've had, just working with that idea since I've known you. It's immensely powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't because we have this idea, you know, with psychology, with therapy, that we can talk about our issues, we can talk about our history. And it doesn't do it. It's like
not going to
actually
neutralize
absorbing the traumatic thing and truly opening it up and delving into it. It opens huge doors.
I would do an E4 trauma method with you, but I don't know if we have enough time for it today. So if you want to do one next week, if we come on, then we could potentially do that. But just a coaching, right? The coaching right here is how do I find my niche? How do I get confidence?
I need to know.
Right? Okay. So we teach a very specific gradient, and the gradient starts with the foundation, which is doing your own trauma work and your own core inner work so that you can birth that purpose, birth your mission, birth exactly who you're working with. Okay. Because a niche is actually way easier to launch than a general coaching. Okay. And then next is getting into doing one-on-ones. So again, another big mistake I'm watching people do is they do workshops, they do a challenge, and they're like, oh my gosh, it failed. They didn't convert the people, or there weren't enough people there, or whatever. And the issue is they haven't mastered doing one-on-ones. Oh, sorry. Because the one-on-ones are where you're going to build your framework. The one-on-ones are where you're going to build the titles of your courses. The one-on-ones are going to, because that's where you learn what works and doesn't work. If you put it into a course, I built courses and they didn't sell it. It's like, what's wrong with me? I failed. I suck. I can't do this. This isn't going to work, because I didn't even survey my one-on-ones or get that result and know that's what they wanted before I built the course. So you're not supposed to build a course until you're booked out with one-on-ones.
Okay.
Got it?
That makes more sense. I've had other people say that one-on-ones are death, but actually that's the way I've learned about my work in general, is all of the one-on-one people that I've worked with, like they've informed even who know I can help.
It's the biggest mistake I see in the industry. And quite frankly, I think it's a little out of ethics from the big names that are promoting people to just start their course.
I agree.
They're not ready for a course. They don't even know if that course is going to sell. They don't know anything. Sorry guys, like major construction out here. I don't know if you can hear, but anyway, so it's just like there's order to the universe. Okay. Just like there's order to the universe. You can't start running until you've crawled. You can't start manifesting a major team until you've learned how to deal with one relationship, right? You need to learn these things, right? If Laura goes to have a company, right? There's no way. She's a codependent. It's going to be a disaster. She's not going to know how to put her boundaries. She's not going to learn how to, right? So then she learns and grows, and all of a sudden she's able to deal with multiple people because she knows how to accept them and protect herself. She grows. Same thing with business. There's order to business, and you are really here to master whatever it is that you're here to do. A huge, like say, that's why they scale in business. They start with one place and they master it before they scale. They start with one. You always start with one. Okay. Yeah. So let's hear your new declaration for yourself. What is it that you want to declare out of this?
I am here on this earth. I've been prepared by my traumas and experiences in this life and past lives to offer to the world and this time great tools for ascension and healing for humanity. And I am ready to confront and completely open to the lessons I've learned and to fully understand them.
Great.
In order to offer them with full confidence.
Great. You'll be done with your trauma, you guys, when you can look at anything that's happened and not feel like you're the victim, not feel like you're upset or triggered. That's when you're done with your trauma, or you've done it enough to where, if you want to go all the way, you can go to the trauma where you're one with everything, right? You can keep going down the trauma track of past lives and realize that all suffering is your suffering, that you've been all lifetimes. Okay. But minimum, you want to do your trauma to where you can look at anything that's happened in this lifetime, at least, and be able to just like, oh, okay, that was what it was. It was not fun. And I have choice. And this is what I'm creating because this is what matters to me. And I'm not, that wasn't okay for me. And this is why. Okay. So I know, and I'm so excited for you, Erin. Each and every one of you guys deserves that freedom. And that's restoring freedom of choice. so that you can create just from pure creation.